say
Top Billin. Yo, Top Billin to ya. Now listen, I maintain that the Seattle Seahawks absolutely destroyed it this offseason, put themselves in a position to where they should advance in the playoffs at the very least. And y'all know what I said about that second year of coaches throughout recent time, right? I keep telling you guys about how the Atlanta Falcons did the damn thing under Dan Quinn in their second season, advancing to the Super Bowl. I wouldn't put it past Seattle to be able to do that with this roster that they have here and the style of ball that they're going to play under Coach Mike McDonald. So we talked about the free agency, right? We know what they did getting Cooper Kupp and guys like that, and the guys that they got on defense, DeMarcus Lawrence and guys like that. So I wanted to really hone in on the roster, especially after the draft. And we know they killed it in the draft as well, right? Some plug-and-play guys is going to be doing the damn thing like Gray Zabel, Nick Minwari, and all these guys like that. And even going past that, talking about a guy like Torrey Horton. So Torrey Horton we see at this particular position right here of wide receiver where I still think a little bit of tweaking could be had or maybe should be had. But even if they ran what they brung, right? Run what you brung, they still have enough to get the job done. Jackson Smith-Njigba, number one receiver. I said that prior to last season. He only became the number one receiver last season and is undoubtedly the number one receiver this season with the ousting of your boy Dennis Rodman Jr. himself, DK Metcalf, right? Going to get Cooper Kupp. We know if he's healthy, he's damn near uncoverable with that style of route running that he has, his hands, everything like that. He's going to complement Jackson Smith-Njigba very well. What seals the deal right here, right? The guy who can decapitate the secondary, that would be Marquez Valdes-Scantling. He can go get it with the best of them. And then you have a guy like Jake Bobo, who's very much like a Smith-Njigba, who's very much like a Cooper Kupp with that mid-range and quick game route running ability, hands and everything, going to get it, 50-50 exchange situations. Torrey Horton, very much like a Marquez Valdes-Scantling. This kid can run. Absolutely can go and get it as well. We should see him in the future, no doubt about that. And then you have some guys bringing up the rear like River Craycraft, who I have a little bit of history with, covering the Miami Dolphins a couple of seasons ago, a few seasons ago, whenever that was. And some of these other guys on there, right? Dorik Young. Right? People been waiting for him to break out, it seems like forever. But man, Gabe Davis was the absolute truth to me in Buffalo. He was Captain Clutch, whatever you want to call him right there. I think they call him Big Play Gabe or something, Big Game Gabe. That guy, I'm telling you right now, would be the straw that breaks the camel's back for anybody looking to oppose what the Seattle Seahawks are trying to do this season. Think about that right there. Look at his comeback route. I like his ability to beat press or close quarters coverage because of his route running ability, right? You'll see him stem this bad boy back down. And he does a great job giving it back down the sideline, actually. Right? You see him on Chop It Up stage, right? Exchange of warfare here. Decent job by the cornerback right here to get the arm there. But what is he actually doing in this day and age, right? There's no actual pressing going on, right? He just casually grabs his shoulder, in my opinion, there. That's not going to really do anything. You could use it as a rangefinder, but you see him pressing it vertical right here, really selling that he could be going deep on his potential 9 route. Bog that back. You see that? Oh, look at that. Look at the transition, and look at the cornerback still going. To this day, he's still going. Look at the separation created right here. Social distancing measures being practiced still in 2025. That's how you get open for your quarterback. Look at that, right? That's really proper yards after the catch. Here you go again, hooking in the zone, and you can see how tough he is to bring down. Ever like that going on right here? Damn, what happened to the cornerback right here? I didn't notice that before. Boom. He got a first down. The cornerback getting a first down for the offense right there, right? Safe. He's safing it right there in baseball. But we see right there your man catching the ball right there, fighting for yards for his team, right? Your man Tyler Lockett, very good football player. Bunch, man, I think you could do a lot worse. Look at the FBI going against this cover 2 scheme here, right? You get that zone coverage by the cornerback right here, but he seeks underneath that. And on the scramble drill play, he lulls the safety to sleep when he could have done like most people would do and maybe start to scramble back this way and put himself out of position. You can see how he just sits there and allows Trevor Lawrence to come to him. Look at that. Lawrence has the detach. You see him just waiting. Yaka. Right? Even with that being said, it was still a close play. But imagine had he not had the football intelligence and he started to run when he saw Trevor Lawrence running, maybe creeping back this way or something like that. Right? And he was just like, hey, the path of least resistance right here for me to sit by this pylon. And that's exactly what happened. Great recognition by Trevor Lawrence, too. 1 year in Jacksonville, and I just read where it was because of a meniscus injury, so he failed a physical. Which, you know what I mean, a lot of teams will fail physicals. They want to move an off and under a guy. Maybe they had something go right for them in the draft and free agency and all that. If he's healthy, though, Gabe Davis is a monster, right? Not a number one receiver. Definitely your Alvin Harper type to a number one receiver, which the Seattle Seahawks already have in Jackson Smith and Jigba. But 6'2", 225 pounds and moving like that. And if you see here, 17.1 yards per reception, 15.7, 17.4, 16.6. He's living in the mid-range to vert range with what he was with the Buffalo Bills. And then, of course, the bottom flew out with that meniscus injury with the Jacksonville Jaguars there. But you can see what he can bring to a team with those hands, the route running ability, yards after the catch, all that there. So I think it would change something seriously. You put him in that room with Cooper Kupp and Jackson Smith and Jigba and Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Torrey Horton. I believe they got the white kid, right, at the end of the draft. I'm not sure about him. I believe it was a 7th-round draft pick there. But, you know what I mean? Come on now. Seattle's already going to be damn good on defense. We know that run game's going to get a lot better with that interior line improvement. Coaching staff improvement as far as the offensive line goes as well. The scheme, all right, man. Don't let them get this dude right here. We shall see, but I wonder if Buffalo has interest in reuniting with him because they had some really, really good shit going on with him when he was in town before. All right. That being said, much love to everybody. Make sure you're on patreon.com/TopBillin for full unedited videos, original content, a chance to chat with your boy, and the whole 9, all right? Big salute to all my villains out there, baby. Let's go.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.